So let me share my screen here and let's go to this SQL server. So I'll click on this object, click on connect database engine. Okay. So I'm providing a server name. So if at all you want to do it, go for, you don't know, if at all you don't know the server name, click on the browse more. So you'll find if at all it is local server, so nothing but if it is the SQL server that has installed on your local machine, you'll find there and select that server name. And here, what type of authentication? Now I'm taking Windows authentication and encryption is mandatory. And first server certificate, click on connect here. So you're connected. Now let's go to the database here. So let's take this DB 15022025 is the database name and click on this table. So there are no tables created here. Okay, right. So let's go and let's start let's start going with this SQL. Until now we were talking about the da- data types till previous videos. Now we'll start going with T-SQL statements. So first step what we'll do is we'll go with DML. So here we are, these T-SQL statements commands have been classified broadly into five types. That is called as the one that is called as data definition language, data query language, data manipulation language, data control language, transaction control language. So first let's go to the DDL command, data definition DDL command. So we have create. So in the previous video we have seen how to create a database. Now let's go and create a table. Now let's go there. So that create command comes under DDL. That DDL is called as data definition. Let's go there. Now I've selected this database. Now click on this new query. So now this query is connected to this database. You can see there. Right. Now let's go. So we spoke. So I'll write a syntax. Then we'll go and create columns in the table also. So I'll go here, create table, then table underscore name. Okay, open small bracket open. So column one underscore name, then data type. Okay, comma, column two underscore name, data type, comma, column three underscore name, data type here, column four underscore name, data type. So right, so like this you can create a number of columns. So we spoke that maximum number of columns that you can create is 1024 columns per table. So we'll talk on that also. Right. Then column n underscore name, in bracket you have data type here. Then I'm closing. So this is this is syntax that you need to follow. Then give the appropriate table name and appropriate column name here, and particular and whatever the data type you wanted, what value you wanted to insert into that column, you give that data type. We have discussed that all data types in the previous videos. Just go through that now, right? So the maximum columns you can have in the table is 1024 columns. You can have those many number of columns. So max size. Beyond that, you can't have. So what I want to do is I want to create some table. I want to create a table for storing employee information. For storing employee information. I want to go and create a table. Okay. I'll go with new query here. New query. Create. So what all columns I'll give, what columns I'll take it is. So I want to store employee ID, employee underscore first underscore name, then employee underscore the last and middle underscore name. Okay. Then employee underscore last underscore name, then I'll store employee underscore DBO, that is date of birth, then employee underscore gender, right? That is it male or female? Then I'll have employee underscore email ID, then employee underscore address one, employee underscore address two, then I'll go and have the employee underscore city, employee underscore state, employee underscore country, then employee underscore the phone number. This is what I want to create a table with these columns. So what values you want to put? So I'll have your because I want in employee number, I want to store new EMP ID, I want to store numeric. So I'll have here something called int or big int, and here the first name, last name, I want to store the data. So I'll have varchar, or if at all you want to store, so varchar is only meant for storing English, but if at all you want to store in other language, then go for in varchar. So I'll go here, I'll have 30 here. Similarly, this also I'll have 30 data, then this also 30 characters, right? Then year, so I want to store date of birth, so I'll go with date, right? Now year, gender, so gender can be male or female. So max you can have for male you will have 4, and for female you will have 6 characters. So I'll go with var 6 characters here, not more than that. Now here I'll go email ID. I'll go with some 50 characters here. Then this also I'll go with 50 characters. Okay. Here also I'll go with 50 characters, varchar 50. Here I'll go with varchar 30 here. Then I'll go here varchar 30. Then I'll go here varchar 30. Right. Then I'll go with here some varchar 20 characters. Right. This is what I want to do it. Okay, so I've taken the column names, and what value I want to store, because I've taken here because employee ID will have only numeric value, so I'll have that. And you want to store some employees the sal logo. I'll go here employee sal. So I'll go here decimal 18 comma 2 something. So what does it mean? After dot, you'll have two digits. Before dot, you'll have 16 digits. So 16 plus 2 is 18. So this is a precision. So we spoke in the previous video. Just go through that. So after dot, you can have two correct characters. Total can be 8. 18 minus 2 is 16. Before dot, you'll have 16. So these are the total number of, these are the columns that I want to create. So I'll take this one. So I'll take the column names, right? I'll go here. So I'll give table underscore, create table amp underscore info, open bracket, right? Close it here. So, right? So I've given, so I'll take this as something called begin, comma, right? Here also comma here, comma here. So here, this I'll remove this hyphen here. Okay. ठीक है ना? Just I'm removing here. Right? I'll remove this. So I'm okay. So now come back. So right, right now. So you can see here this is big int and this is varchar. So which can take size. So I've mentioned at 30, so it can take 30 characters. And here date. So you know that it takes YYMMYYY format and decimal. So we spoke how does it 18 is precision, 2 is scale, and char 6, so it can take characters of 6 characters max. So I'll have male and female here, and remaining things would be same. So I'll just go and execute this. So this table where you're creating under this database, that is 15022025, we are creating. Now let me go there, right? And click on create. So that is execute. I've executed. So you see this command is completed successfully. Now go to your database here. Okay. Go to this database, go to this tables and just click on this refresh here. You have their refresh button. Just click here. So you'll find the table got get created. You see here dbo dot, right? I have not given any dbo here. So I have given only the table name called EMP, but here it has got DBO. What do you mean by the DBO? We'll talk. So this table here is got created. Click on these columns. So you'll find these columns here, right now. So you see, right? So EMP. So you see here, I have given only EMP space big int, right? But why did you get this column? That if you see here while creating table, I have given column name and data type only. But here when you create table is get created, you have table name, that you have got column name, in brackets you have got begin comma null. Here you see emp underscore first underscore name, you have got data type and null. Here also see emp underscore middle underscore name, data type and null. So what do you mean by that null here? I have not given in null here beside the data type, but here you got. So by default system has created null there. That means that this column will take null values also. So if at all you provide null value, it will take null into these columns also. That is what it means. So when you see this in column name underscore ID, EMP underscore ID, in bracket you have got begin, comma null. That null I have not given while creating a table. By default, system has taken. It is not only null, it's not that null has got only for single column. You see in all columns you have got null. That means that when you are trying to insert the data, you can even provide null value so that system will accept that null value here. That means so it can take null value also in the columns. So how do you, so we'll talk on that, how to uh, not to allow null values in coming sections. So right, so here table columns got created, but the thing is after data type you have got comma null. That means it accept null. Now if you see this table I've created a table. I've not given anything. I've given only a single table name. But here, if you see in these tables, you have got two part name. This is single part. But here you see it has got DBO dot. The one which I've selected, it is showing as DBO dot, right? So you see DBO dot EMP underscore info. Nothing but you see here DBO dot EMP underscore info here. So this is called as two part name. Two part name there. So DBO is called as schema name, and EMP underscore info is called as table name. Okay, but I will not create schema. By default, it takes DBO schema. What do you mean by schema DBO? Why it has got created? So this table that you have created, who is the owner of this table? Is DBO is the owner of your table now. Default schema that is available in the database whenever you create an object. So default schema would be DBO. That is the reason. Even though I have created this table, I have not mentioned the schema here, but it has created, it has taken. So it has taken by default, it has taken DBO. So it means that this EMP table, which is created, the owner of this EMP table is DBO. That is, DBO is a schema. Owner of schema name, DBO is called schema name, and DBO is the owner of that employee object. Okay. So can we go and create our own schema? So where do you find this schema here? Where do you find? Just come down in the database. So in the same database, right? Here we have got tables, right? Go to this security. So here you have schemas. You have schemas here. Click on this schema in security. You have DBO schema, default schema. So can I go and create my own schema? Yes, you can create. So go here, create schema HR I'm creating. I'm creating a schema called HR. There is no schema HR here. I'm creating it. Now try to execute here. So now try to refresh this. So you see HR schema has got created. Now, so now if at all you, so you can make use of schema while creating the object. So I'll just go here. See here, I'll make use of this schema now. So create table HR dot, because the schema is already available here. I'll make create now employee. So ID int name varchar 30 year sal decimal 18 comma 2 department number int year. So here I'm creating EMP table under schema HR. HR schema is present here in this schema. In this schema folder, you have this HR, right? Now try to execute this. So the table has got, so you see the comments got executed. Now go to your table here, go to this database, go to this tables folder, click on this. So just go and go to the tables folder and refresh this tables folder. So you see this HR underscore, right? HR dot EMP table has got created. So that HR is a schema name which we user as create. So I've created the schema. So right, you can see this DBO dot schema and HR dot schema. So I'm making use of my schema when I'm creating this table, right? So this is about the schema creating tables, and we have seen how to create tables is all. So in the next session, we'll see how to insert data into the tables. Okay, right. Thank you. And if at all you feel these videos are good, please subscribe to my channel and click on that bell icon so that you'll get notification when new videos are uploaded. And please share this content to other people so that they would technical learn from this channel, right? Thank you guys.